Yo, this song goes out to all you people obsessed right now with learning IoT, MQTT, home automation, and messing around with that like little $30 computer. Yeah, it's Pi Day, fools. Not a real pie. Not a day goes by, I can say no lie that I don't hop in my Raspberry Pi. Hit up a slew of YouTube tutorials. Now it's falling into place like a little choreo. Everything's covered wall to wall like parkour. Started off small and now I'm getting hardcore. Every single day I'll be getting more smug. Home Assistant IO be my automation hub. And let me set things straight. No keyboard or monitor, I SSH. Yeah, you can't see me when I encrypt all my traffic through my VPN. You wanna try and track me, then be my guest. You couldn't find me even with my DNS. If you really want to, I will be direct. When I do not catch these hands is the address. Do your research, that's what you'll get, man. Working on my music anywhere like a jet. Man, so fly to be so close by. All my files anytime just cause these code lines. My syntax layout strong like Snorlax. But you will never get this like your name Borat. If you bout that life, do it for the pie, man. Gotta rep the pie till you die, man. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Oh no! The night's out, I'm about to turn, yo, lights out. Because it's past 10, own tracks as we're home. So the lights turn off from the location on our phone. All of my lights, maybe the right side got a night bright that turns on at the notion of my finger when I swipe right. And if it's date night, I gotta set the mood, man, for no reason at all. Cause I gotta be that dude, man. Ha, creepy, I know. It's just all up in my guts like GPIO. Flow like Nile, watcher like Giles. Open VPN, all of my files. Got machines having combos, MQTT. Bruh, automation makes it beat too easy. My homie John's gold, like C3P. Oh yeah, my code's fixed, now we in completely. Everything's in sync, I guess I call it unity. Snippets of code from the Hash web community. Started off like I'm trying to learn Tamil. Now I SSH nano, type it in my YAML. Lines, I'll do it. Temperature control it. You're the one who broke into my house, I'll know it. If you wanna ride, Amazon gotta holler, man. Computer does it all for like $35, man. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it.
Yo, this song goes out to my Princess Peaches. Y'all know who you are.
Yo, 1 year later, more better and more clever. Love for games is like diamonds, go on forever. Skipping and hopping it, my knowledge going and dropping it. It auto shift my soul, so I will never be stopping it. I slow it down so y'all can hear me turtle beaches. Dedicating this song to the gaming girls, my Princess Peaches. Girls with all the features, who's smarter than all the teachers. Give me a fever, she a pro, we can create some gifted creatures. I love all you ladies and I want my second player. In which planer will I find a girl who kills and seeds slayer? That won't give me snake eyes if I'm holding eyes. I hold the temple down with the wrong day, golden eye. Calling all my ladies who like to rock the cosplay. We can take it back to my place and have a little soiree, party, partake a little gaming and getting gone. Girl, you know we do, it's all like drunk.
About to sing it to you girls now. To all my nerds and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Your girls will be so fine. Throw the TV on. You brought your own controller? It must be a sign. Yo, to all my nerds and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Your girls will be so fine. Throw that TV on. You brought your own controller? It must be a sign.
Listen here now, my first crush, it gotta be the pink one. Amy Jo Johnson, what you think, son? I was 5 years old when I saw that midsection. If it existed, I probably would've had a kid erection. Holla at these girls, but there ain't nothing to feed her. They can
scrap, cause I always be the hero. She watch me when I rise and she catch me when I fall. When I die, she don't stall. She knows she gotta gather Dragon Balls. Either way, you know you got me. Lightning like Final Fantasy 13, girl, you really shocked me. Then she cast a cure, I have to keep her. She got the key to lock my heart deeper. And if I bop out, I hope she misses geek. I love these girls so much, I even named my car Princess Peach. I'll be her memory card, so I always save her. The more we're in, we can grow old together sooner or later. To all my nuns and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Your girls have been so fine. Throw the TV on. You brought your controller. It must be a sign. Yo, to all my nerds and ladies, I gotta say one thing. Your girls have been so fine. Throw that TV on. You brought your controller. It must be a sign. Oh yeah, it must be a sign. You can teach me calculus, eh?
Hey guys, welcome to tonight's live stream. If you're just tuning in, we're going to be drawing Alf, as the title suggests, in case you didn't already know. And if you don't follow us and you want to participate in future polls, definitely check out my Instagram page at Inkeater, because that's usually where I post the polls, in case you want to participate and that's your thing. That's awesome. Anyway, so come hang out, draw, you know, watch me draw, bring that thing that you want to get done. Let's just, you know, try to get shit done, I guess, so to speak. We are all about the cursing family. If you're not into cursing, hey, sorry. We're going to be drawing for the most part, so we'll try to refrain from that. But anyway, so if you're just tuning in, so last week we drew Madonna, right here, in case you missed it. She took about roughly 3 hours to ink, draw, and create. I actually released some buttons of her in my Etsy shop. I don't know if you guys can see that. If that's your thing, if that's your jam, totally check that out. No obligation whatsoever. But thank you for tuning in. And tonight, like I said, we're going to be drawing Alf. As you can see, a lot of my sketches don't necessarily look like the final product for me. Sketches are all about just getting like the rough idea out there, just the rough shape so that I know what I'm going to be drawing, you know, push come to shove, I guess, so to speak. So like I said, tonight we're going to be drawing Alf. This is the sketch that we ended up doing of Alf. And it's kind of funny, I didn't expect people to actually guess Alf. So tonight, if you don't know and you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted a, hey, can you guess what we're going to be drawing? Because I kind of left it a little bit vague by just saying 80s TV show. And a few people actually got it. And it was actually surprising. So if you are one of those people and you're tuning in right now and you actually guessed that we were going to be drawing Alf tonight, definitely hit me up with your address so that I could send you a free button of Alf when I actually scan him this week and turn him into a button and print. That's your thing. Totally do that if you actually won. If not, I'll actually reach out to you because I know who actually won. So that's going to be that. Right now, I'm going to prep my paper. So we're going to be using a 5x7. I thought it'd be kind of cool because I guess people like drawings. So if you're into this drawing, I do have this one on my Etsy shop for 20 bucks. You would get the original drawing along with a button of Madonna, if that's your thing. And then tonight we're going to be drawing Alf. So if you really love Alf and you like the final product, if it turns out cool, definitely check out not my Instagram, definitely check out my Etsy shop so that you can purchase it. I also sell buttons of all the different portraits that I do. I've been little by little adding them to the shop. Granted, Quentin Tarantino I still haven't gotten around to. Just to show you guys like a few of the drawings that we've done in the past. Stephen King, Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction, Jangly Man from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Speaking of which, I am totally dying to draw the rest of the Scary Stories. I actually have the book like all bookmarked out because I think next year for Inktober, since I already have this year planned, I'm going to be drawing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark next year. And I think I want to recite the tales as the drawings come to life. But this year I'm going to be doing cryptids. So if that's your thing, definitely check us out on, not on Instagram. Well, I do post them on Instagram, but I would say on YouTube. For those of you that don't know, I am a portrait artist, I guess, so to speak. I really just love drawing portraits, whether it's your favorite character, a self-portrait of somebody, or just creatures in general. I would say cryptids, creatures, are probably like one of my favorite things to draw, but ultimately I draw a lot of portraits. So a lot of these portraits you can find on my Etsy shop. I would say just about any of your faves out there, I've probably drawn it, and if I haven't drawn it, definitely hit me up on Instagram or Etsy, whatever social media is like your jam. And if you want to make a suggestion, definitely feel free. I do take a lot of suggestions, and actually last week's Madonna was a suggestion by somebody who follows me on Instagram, and not on Instagram, excuse me, on Etsy, and just really loves my Dead and Loving It buttons, which are these zombie-ish characters of celebrities. Well, they're not characters, they're celebrities and historical figures that I've drawn and turned into zombies. If you're into that, I actually released all of the time lapses well, I would say not last month because we're still in the month of August, but we're almost towards the end. We're into September. It's crazy how the time flies. I don't know if that happens with you guys, but for me, it's just wild, especially because I've been working from home. So I've had a lot of time to basically sit there and draw, which is awesome, and then just, bored at home, nowhere to go. So we've started actually posting all of our backlog of drawings that we've had for the last year and a half. And so this upcoming September, I'm going to be releasing all my Latin X files, which are Latin American cryptids that I started releasing last October. And that was the collection of Inktober drawings that I was going to do for 2019. And I did complete the drawings, I just never uploaded the time lapses. Because life. I don't know if anybody can relate, where life just sucks the fun out of you sometimes, and then sometimes you just can't get shit done. And ultimately, that's kind of what these live streams are about. They're ultimately about just getting shit done, drawing the things that you want to draw, and just getting that idea out there. I think it's so easy for us to sit there and actually, I guess, sit down and watch TV and get lost in a TV show and just never be productive. And honestly, I think, everybody needs that little push and that little shove, and these live streams have kind of been that it for me. So if you're into it, definitely feel free to join in. Even if you're not somebody that draws, if you're somebody that's looking to write a paper and you need to get that paper done, or if you're somebody that has to finish an assignment, bust out that assignment and just hang out. If the music is too much, because I will say I have to play not copyrighted music, so that's kind of the music that you hear ultimately when I'm drawing, which is kind of a bummer because I would love to totally share all the stuff that I'm actually physically listening to. So you'll see that actually in the upper, whatever way, this way? I guess it would be this way. I can never point in the right direction. But you can see what I'm actually listening to live versus actually hearing it, which is kind of a bummer. But, we'll live, especially since we're streaming on Twitch, Periscope, /Twitter, and YouTube. So you kind of have to abide by the little guidelines they have and being able to actually upload this stuff. If you want to follow us on any of those platforms, feel free. But let's just get onward to the drawing. So if you want to join in and draw that thing or do that thing that you need to get done, feel free. Mute us. Just get into the flow. Our live streams usually go for roughly about 3 hours, maybe. But tonight, I'm excited about drawing Elf, really. I don't know about you, but I grew up just watching the crap out of this show. It was probably hands down one of my favorite shows, and I had actually forgotten how much it was one of my favorites until tonight, when I was actually thinking like, oh man, I get to draw Alf, that's pretty cool. So we're going to actually take this, and while we're taping it down, if anybody wants to ask any questions, feel free. No judgment zone, I guess like carefree zone, so to speak. The only thing that I hate is this washi tape is a little bit too thick. She's a thick girl. And I wish she was a little bit thinner. So washi tape, while you're probably wondering like, what are you doing with the washi tape? So I like to tape down the edges of my painting or whatever I'm drawing, just so that I can stay on the paper. I don't know about you guys, but in art school, or just like when you're learning art in general, I think they have this habit of basically continuity and going off the edge and not making everything all in the middle of the page, which, man, that is like best way I can put it, it's a tough habit to break, especially if you have it drilled into you that, oh, I got to go over the edges. And for me, it's kind of been like a little bit of the washi tape is kind of like a little bit of like a border, so to speak. I think, you know, I think of it as a way to basically stay on the page, or give myself a little bit of like a rule, because I will literally go rogue off the page. If you watched us draw Robert E. Howard, you can totally see that his hat is like completely like off the page, because I was just like, you know what, screw this, it's going off the page, it's going off the page. Let me see if I can actually find that. Yeah, right there. Him. Hat. That just makes me angry. Not angry, I guess, but like frustrated, because I broke my rule. But then that's when I instituted the whole, let me tape my edges. Because I started to notice that a lot of people use it to keep their paper flat, and I thought, you know what, that's kind of a cool way to sit there and actually stay on the paper and not actually go over the paper, and give myself a limitation. So what I'm doing right now is like, I'm actually, if you hear the, I guess, unsticky noise, or me sticking it to something noise and pulling it off, it's me doing it on my shirt. And that's just so that the washi tape isn't that sticky, so that I don't tear the actual edges. I've done that once or twice already, and I'm just kind of like, damn you, washi tape. But I also realized, because the washi tape that I was using just wasn't as sticky. So we've got our edges taped, and we've got our rough guideline right here. So we're gonna get to actually drawing, turning on some tunes, and kind of zoning out. I'm gonna go on for a little tiny break, like a maybe 1-2 minute break, just to let people on Instagram know that we're actually gonna be starting to draw live, and then we're gonna just get onto it. So yeah, give me a minute or two, and we'll be right back. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. This is, like I said, I don't know if I said it actually, but this is like a no judgment free zone, judgment free zone. Like, if you got a stupid question about drawing or art, feel free to ask it. Honestly, like, I believe like there's no stupid questions, and honestly you can ask just about anything art wise, and if I can help you, definitely feel free to ask. I'm here to share the wealth, honestly. Anyway, so let me get onto my phone, share it all out with everybody that we're gonna actually be starting to draw Alf. And yeah, let me just turn on the ad for right now. Then we're gonna be taking a short break, and like I said, we'll be back in not even 2 minutes. I need to add a timer to this particular page, but that's a whole story for another day.
The course, but of course you can disregard, and don't at me if it gets too hard. When it's my time to drink, man, it's always on hand. Drink from a cup or a bottle, even a can. You never know when you're craving a hit. It could be in the bathroom while you're taking a when that coffee hits my lips, it's a seance. Feeling real super with the cape on. Anything I'll take on. This cup of coffee, yeah, boy, this is the shit. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. What's the cold burn? Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. What's the cold burn? Third verse, so I guess that's where I talk about how we might be addicted in a roundabout kind of way, or how you say, a dependency that's in my life, and I'm proud to say it's filling me with way more energy than I'll ever need, keeping me up for things I thought I'd never see. Time's gonna kill us all one day, whether old age, illness, or from listening to Coldplay. F that noise, wubba lub lub. Drink all the coffee, chug a lug lug. The day doesn't start till you're on your second cup. If they talk before then, homies better duck. It's 100% okay to start swinging in every single convo, unless you see I'm bringing a cup of Joe. Tell him bring some mo for your bro who made that coffee song. Or tell him go home. Wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. What's the cold burn? Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. What's the cold burn? Socks in my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks in my slides. It's my style, everybody thinks it's whack, man. Socks and slides since I was running college track, man. But everyone who knows me, knows I'd rather die than feel a toe breeze. Yo, please, I'll be rolling in a whip, man, or chilling by the pool, take a sip, fam. And it doesn't matter where I sit, man, my toes are always toasty. Live, fam, do some free weights in the gym, man. While you lacing up, I'm on the bench already facing up. But my undersole is steady, no slip, fam. While you falling like Alicia Keys, you a trip, man. Get your act right, better shine a light on your facts. That's a backlight, and I rap right with that type of swag that'll smack life into cadavers, even crash like dummies. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. I got my flash socks on, feeling kinda rad. I'm strolling around Whole Foods looking like a dad. Yeah, I'm on my grind, you know what it's gotta be. Cold brew next week, picking up my coffee beans. Looking out they side, they eyes, they gotta learn though. I'm basically 50, disco inferno. What's that mean? Also, if you worry about me, Yoko, you can stop before you say, oh no. Before your boy swings back, yo. If you get my viewpoint, go pro. You clean like the rain in Africa, Toto. Blacks are gonna be so pro. My tips are always free, pro bono. Translate for your boy Chico. Long story short, this footwear, my cheat code. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my...
Alrighty, so we're back. We've already put it out there on social media, so we're gonna be starting to draw. So I'm gonna switch the camera off and just kind of turn on the music. So like I said, if you have something that you want to get done, just bust it out, whatever it is. Mute the music if it's just not your thing, and just zone out and get shit done. I mean, I don't know about you, but I struggle sometimes with just sitting there and tackling that to-do list. So yeah, so we're gonna start to draw. Like I said, we're going to turn on some music. If it's just not your thing, feel free to hit the mute. Like I said, I have no control over the fact that I have to play copyrighted music. I mean, not copyrighted music. Anyway, onward to the doodle, right?
Always wanted this kind of outro. Wishing I could go back and tell everything I now know to a younger me. Looking up at 23, filled up with anxiety to overcome what's underneath and let him know he onto something, but he got some problems coming. You'll feel like you need a lot, but you'll act like you're wanting nothing. It's like you're paralyzed, can't move cause you're terrified. Mind inside a paradigm where you don't even dare to try. So you just lay at night, wide awake with grandeurs of a way of life where everything is perfect till you open those ungrateful eyes. It's kinda like your place to hide. So instead, you'll do everything they say to do. You'll get a corporate job and make 100K out of school. The music still be working at it with your far from perfect habits. I wish that I could tell you that everything will be fine, but I'm not really sure I'm qualified to, because I thought I'd know what to say by now. And honestly, I thought I'd be in LA by now. Instead, I'm wasting all my time like I've got nothing to prove. Sit alone and ruin my day just for something to do. And it's been the same for years without an evolution. Claim to be the next to do it without ever executing. I got a mixture of excuses and a list of resolutions, and feel guilty doing anything unless I've been productive. But time doesn't wait, so I'm just missing moments. I'm getting older without getting any closer. Every week I board another flight that takes me farther from my goals and leaves me at a destination that is hardly like a home. So now I'm out of sorts and feeling out of pocket. I'm drifting out of port, I'm set on autopilot. And just to pay the price so I can pay the rent, and either pay attention or feel this pain again. And honestly, I'm terrified that I'ma die and be forgotten quickly. If I go out, I don't know if there's a lot who'd miss me. Hopefully I'll really have a soulmate, so at least I'll have a body beside mine to be rotting with me. My mind has been making all these obstacles. Some days I wake up and I feel like I'm unstoppable, and then the next day it feel like it's all impossible. The world is at my fingers, but there's nowhere else I wanna go. And last night I finally hit my limit. Liquor in my system, but never had clearer vision. Punching walls and throwing keys, glass shards and broken screens. I couldn't keep blaming life for problems, cause I know it's me. The root of all these issues is the lack of all my actions. Tired of feeling like I'm not committed to my passions. And as the tears flow, I had a moment of clarity, feeling like I'm finally hearing all the things I would say to me, like, I'm begging you to cut the acts in the annex. It isn't any kind of magic, ain't no rabbit and hat trick. It's just maximum actions at bats with natural talent. And it's gonna actually happen once you can axe the distractions. But right now nobody's nearing ya, and doing nothing is your mode and your median. You wanna flounder, you should go to aquariums. The block is mine like I'm owning Ethereum. I know you can hear me, but it's slow and I'm fearing you gon' end up like another fucking old bit of sneering man. Just walk around with absolutely no need for air and lungs. In Old Testament, back to times when Noah would pair him up. So please just for a minute put a hold on the snare and drums. Give me a moment to share the love, and if you're over it, fair enough. Just let me know now, do you really want the gold or are you here for fun? Cause if it's the latter, I'll happily end the banter. You can get on that plane and live happily ever after. But I saw the way you got up this morning. You haven't smiled since you stopped your recording. And I won't raise my voice now because I'm tired of yelling. Nobody's buying your charade, so why you trying to sell it? Said it's affecting those who love you and believe in you, the ones who wanna see you do the shit that you've been meaning to. So treat this like you want it or get treated for this problem. You can't go through life halfing with these clouds around your conscience. You know you need to live each day deliberate, cause regret is unforgiving. You got choices, now show me which one is it. And I'm not worried about the numbers or the press of the streams. Just prove to me that you can focus on your dreams. Or else just give it up and move on. Pack your bags and put your suit on. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. Yeah, I said the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. Sun gon' shine in the morning.
Got alleyways dusty, back streets are broken, tokens of the past, tolerated by hoping for a brighter tomorrow. Green grass syndrome, it's drought time, so the lawns dry as a bone. Project a fantasy trap in another direction, come to quench the thirst for a deeper connection. Eyes leap for a fleeting, we hold our breath and exhale with the current eddy on to the next. Steps remove dust, tread closer to something. The sky hangs low, and I'm hoping it opens, cause I need it now more than ever to bring rain, to wash away the stain, bring a state of change. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Keep on until the world starts rocking. I can see something, maybe it's a source of light. Can't fathom the edges of if it's wrong or right. Like I'm drowning, trying to find down a rope, and my body aches, wishing for the world to stop. I'm getting dizzy and seasick. Nobody means what they speak. My life rough, sprung a leak, face down in the bath, scared of the depth. Creatures of the deep looked at me and they wept. Dark eyes with the salty tears for all my fears. Be grateful for the little precious time you have here. Let go, float, reclaim my life from misstep to shipwreck all in one night. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Past life path like domino mosaic. The beat keeps calling me back, there's no escape. So what's the cure for that? Nothing. There's too many toys for me to ever stop crushing. Be equipped, crippled, kryptonite. Cause these ass flag bearers made an illuminati. People could try to trick you, they lie to themselves. Then portray a false mask when they say it's for real. Is it arrogance, ignorance, mental disturbance? Either way, didn't think I deserved this. The closest thing I've got to a cure for this malady is a pen and a book full of rhymes, rescue remedy. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Keep on until the world starts rocking. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Keep on until the world starts rocking.
blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. Daenerys be the name, and I'm setting hearts aflame when I'm burning down these villages and freeing all the slaves. Wiz Khaleesi, have you bit my dragons? My brother tried to sell me to Khal Drogo, look what happened. A bit hot-headed with that molten golden crown. I stopped the Khalasar, so don't be messing with me now. Look my lover in the eye, winter's coming, so am I. I burned the witch alive who took my son and husband's lives. But I survived so frisky, now these dragons have my back. Suitors are so frisky and they always try to mac. Zara, Zoe, and Daxos had to lock him in a vault. Made my way to Slaver's Bay, but it was not my fault. It was karmic retribution. There was no preparing them when Krasus tried to mess with the wrong Targaryen. I smarted him like Tyrion when I knew how Valyrian. These creatures on my shoulders, well, I think you should be fearing them. You are now watching the throne. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. Dothraki, unsullied behind me, like I'm Illuminati. It's the mother of dragons with my gigantic army. We be marching to Marine, but no, we didn't come to party. Cause they crucified the slaves and put them on the cross. Sir Jorah, please get lost. I know you think I'm hot. My schedule's kinda busy, got no time for Perrier. White girl politic, and that's Daenerys Palin. From Dorne to the Stormlands, the north and beyond, to the Westlands and Essos, I'm keeping it strong. From the Crownlands to the Reach, you know I'm getting love. To the Riverlands and back because I've got that dragon blood. So follow more clueless, I thought that you knew this, but dragons aren't people, you know we've been through this. I'm quick to burn a hater, no mercy, damagers, smacking kings in the face like my name was Cersei Lannister. Burn, burn, yes you're gonna burn. 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 I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, yes you're gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew.
This one's for every beautiful has-been. The loves of past, future, and my present, presented to me delicately pressed into a memory. I can feel the brush inside my mind, painting what one might look like lying on the sofa and another just plain lying, a previous me crying for lack of proper goodbye. And it's also for you, every person with has-beens. You who filed old emotional baggage into recycle or trash bins. Which one goes where? I guess it depends on where it ends, if it ends. If there was ever really a chance that it's the end of summer, but we can still be friends. My mind is a bit of a museum, art everywhere, you might stop and stare if you could see them. Lucky for me though, you probably never will. They're not exactly painful, but still. I've tried so many times to pry the parchment down with careful fingers, and that's when I see it. Tiny cracks in the artwork, the starts of tears, so I leave it. It's fitting for a haunted house to have art that's beautifully tragic. If Scooby-Doo and crew rolled through my mind, I'd like to think they'd find themselves enthralled by the magic. Long before they ever saw the ghoul behind the facade, working my heartstrings and brain synapses at the same synchronized, methodical, odd pace. Hoping to get at me, bring it all back and see. If now is tragedy, past is my majesty. If it still matters to be in the presence of clouds of perfume that could make up the essence of tears, fears, trust, and lust. Beers, jeers, dust, and fluff that could fill in the gaps of my story as I heard it. Pad all the parts that aren't perfect, to blur the worst and cover the worthless, to blot out the parts that I once found disturbing. Convince me the past isn't comforting. Heaven resign my own mind to be forcibly sentenced to wallow inside of the trap of resentment and drag all my effort away from the present. Ups and downs and ins and outs, I come back your last. But smiles or frowns or brand new towns whenever I need rest. I know there's a velvet room with paintings to my left, and a box with slivered pieces of the love from in my chest. Ups and downs and ins and outs, I come back your last. But smiles or frowns or brand new towns whenever I need rest. I know there's a velvet room with paintings to my left, and a box with slivered pieces of the love from in my chest. I think there's a value in appreciation without longing, fondly recalling what you did last summer without needing to check your Instagram. You each played a role, a painting in a gallery, a crucial thread in the tapestry. Sometimes we part ways with the silence of the last few grains of sand passing through an hourglass. Other times, it's with the screeching brakes too slow to prevent a crash. Each footprint in the path, each with the same promise of being the last. Me, I've learned to glance back and gently laugh, or at least give a knowing smile. Because love is all mistakes and perfection in equal parts. And if I've ever seen one, love is a work of art.
Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Kid Shamrock, putting the mic in the hammer lock. Keep the cannon cocked, all these rappers do a scamming plot. I'm on the block, I see it all, they say it all. I'm in the game, but trust me, I don't play it all. Made a lane up in the game myself, while the critics thought that I Kurt Cobain myself. It's all love, I reached out and gave my help, cause I know what kind of business we in. If you ain't in it to win, then that's a loss. Bars is off the chain, similar to rabid dogs. Trust me, I had it all, making it look effortless. Even if you gotta hit Wikipedia just to catch up with the references. Nice with the pen or off the dome. Ryan Howard, swinging to my dog's home. Spit that real ish, we're Philly like Will Smith. Watch me cancel it quick like my name was Phil Fish. If he believes you, then he a fool. Think I deal with more knuckleheads now than when I was teaching school. Now I charge like a Pikachu, so unless you make it worth my time, I ain't gonna even move. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Show and the concepts down. Thought the label was folded when rhyme stepped down. My rap style's complicated as theories from Pascal. I gain ground like Marshawn on Last Down. Your ambiguity's the reason you can't get with me. I linguistically alter all imagery. This is far from the standard. I'm awkward with stanzas. You might try to charge me with slander. Answer, I'm always correct. I'm running things a new man like I got 100 rings. Imposter? Nope, I ain't him. Avoid the state pen. Control the machines, Hank Pym. Ultron, I'm so bomb. None can hold mine. Dragging beats over the goal line. All of my material the truth, but trying to follow random is a trivial pursuit. Known to start fires when I get up in the booth, and the fact that I'm living is the proof. Vindicate me, Mega Ran, Renegade, MC, big giant circles. Yeah, you know what it be. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really, still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel
to the show, got another storyline. Sit yourself down, about to be a gory time. Toss away, but back on the come up. Wanna step up, get my sum up, we gon' run up. This is destiny to be the greatest guardian alive. Can't be complacent. Crota got it once, Horse got it too. Third time's the time, tell you what we gon' do. No more legendary, gon' be exotic like all gon' learn. He ain't never gon' stop the light. It's a battle, hop back in the saddle. We will wrestle and hassle it, and now we're breaking all the shackles. From the earth to the moon and Saturn, Guardians band together and recover the light that was shattered. Underdogs now, you ain't even pay us one thought. Just wait till we blow up like the rounds of my hunter sunshine.
Got a supercharged, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, no relay, no. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, no please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Yeah.
Slashing in a disorderly fashion, we make it happen. Give me the loot, it's time to cash in. Every player should hold me in high esteem when I strike with my fire team and blow the entire scene. Burn like incense, leaving an imprint, fleeing in Ariana's vengeance. The weapons are exotic, you can't stop the product. Zavala bring the drama, you cannot deny it. My movement you can't weaken, so we gotta crush the Red Legion and leave them dead bleeding. Elemental affinity for big guns. Sunshot, one shot, all you kids done. They blew the tower, but can't let that hinder us. Never giving up, we on the stuff that blew gender up. It's indisputable what I can do to you. The carnage is beautiful. Meet me in the crucible.
You got a supercharged, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, no relay, no. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, no please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Yo, more EXP is empowering this. Guardian from my well like empowering rift. Call the storm. Flash. Lightning ions, blasting guardians off the wall, fighting lions. Go ahead and beg, I will not stop. No community, but my game be going pop, pop. Savage, merciless, no time for fake fads. Climbing the top, steady grinding like break fads.
Break fast, your team, take last, no safe paths. Recruit, place ads, straight blast. We money, straight cash. Brave lads, play last and they smashed. Face facts, we murderous. I can hear your heartbeat through the mic, a sign of your nervousness. You getting nothing but the best from me. Just accept it, it's destiny. Let's go.
When you got a supercharged, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, no relay, no. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, no please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go wherever it wants to. Let that positivity flow through your brain until it haunts you every day, every night. Let it flourish all around you, in your face, by your side. Next to sharks, they're trying to drown you. Not so bad when you're walking a plank and the haters around you are stuck in a tank. Ocean below you, it turns to a bank. And there's swimming in the money and emerge from the pain of the capsize. And the bad times when your fam lies. Just got word of your dad died, but you can't cry cause he was a bad guy. And you don't wanna be him, nor can I won't be, mom showed me. God let us show with a go key. Devil's in the way, but I hope peace. Never be afraid of your own peace. The angels around you will watch and believe in yourself. Failure not an option. Grind for your mind and you see where it drops in. Right on time, 3 outside Cyclopses. Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go, get in line for evolution of your third eye, where you find hope. Trip to another dimension, the universe bending feels like I'm ahead of my time zone. Unrealistic, then again, how real is this? Life we living inside this prison, where mind's conditioned to fly the distance. I'm soaring low, I know we close, I got the right to know what our minds can do. Let's ignite the show, go deep inside you and talk to your soul. Let the reaper find you, you turn to a ghost or a spirit. Go look in the mirror, it's so self that you never seen clearer. They hide in your minds with a different appearance. Materialistic imperialism, it's all the distraction. They're stupid, the children, puppets above us, so strings on me. GMOs in their play while you eat through the dishes. Tired of lies, ones that we living and leaving behind. Rebels of risen, stop freeing your mind. Extension, no limits, the powers inside you. Don't ever stop digging for wisdom. Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go, let your mind go.
Ain't no telling what we gon' do. Yeah, I've been feeling good lately, and it feels good to feel good again. Yeah, look, I wanna treat you like a 90s R&B song. No, it's only been a month, but I don't think we need long. Cause you got me out of my comfort zone, feeling comfortable in deep water cause of shallow feelings and undertows. See, I don't usually fall this fast, but you will make me call my last until I lose my number. Ain't worried about a title, but hope you don't choose another. Yeah, I'm in over my head, but something about you in the city makes me hope for the best. But fuck it, dog, I'm 23 with the world on a string, getting paid for every word that I sing. I earned everything, been working, and now I'm paying rent with my passion. GQ sending checks when I know nothing about fashion. I swear there's something you lack and that I know how to supply. We ain't even gotta talk, I see it all in your eyes. So don't you worry that I'm worried when you read in the mood. Said I'm just happy that I'm back to really feeling this good, I swear. Ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby. Because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together. Ain't nobody do it better than you. Yeah. Sipping wine that's quadruple my age, with a girl that's got me feeling this unusual way. Giving up private shows leads to where the private show I would go. Risk it all earlier if I knew just how those eyes would roll. So you're either getting dirty or dusty, and I'm trying to be a man that you see worthy of trust and know that you're moving. And we ain't got the time to invest in something real, but for some reason I try nonetheless. Guess that's my intuition mixing with the liquor and some wishful thinking. You smiling at me as the crystal clinking, pouring a different drink when listening to old school rap. And you know every word to all that soul boom bap, so play that Mary J. Nah, there's no more rainy days. You prefer that 702 over them 808s. And yeah, you way too independent for some major deal. Mad when I take the bill and pay for meals, ain't even gotta say it's real, cause I understand the value of time and place. She can tell I'm overthinking the way that I'm looking past her, so she turned my head toward her and she kissed my face and said I'm here right now, and baby that's all that matters. And now she walking around my place with no clothes on, so draw the blinds baby, we can put a show on. Just know that I won't be tripping no matter how we continue, cause I'ma be great without you. Imagine how I'd be with you, I swear that there
ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you, so come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby, because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together, ain't nobody do it better than you. Ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you, so come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby, because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together, ain't nobody do it better than you.
Too many questions, still going hard to the best of my recollection. The man in the mirror, please peep the reflection. Love-hate relationship still leaves me guessing. But I got no doubt, like Gwen Stefani, looking 40 exchange like my name's Armani. I refuse to let the industry rob me. So you can get rammed or you can dodge me. Get it? Winning is my hobby. Chicks in the lobby, rent the whole floor, throw a big ass party. Probably do something ungodly, but there's no doubt I am here to turn it out. Shining bright like a diamond when your flames blowing out. Now I'm spazzing like Nick Cannon. Wildin' out, see I walk what I talk. What are you talking about? I don't think that is clear, you should figure it out. Bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. While your flames blowing out. No doubt. Bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. While your flames blowing out. Let's go. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Tel Aviv blowing up and you screaming for help. You gotta be determined like a refugee. You gotta be official like a referee. I wish you would try and step to me. I turn into the Hulk and do so incredibly. Cross lands, cross seas just to play y'all tracks. I'll be gone to November if I do come back. It'll be a cold ass winter if I do come back. But I have no doubts, therefore no slack. Black on black, everything except the president. It's evident the residents do not approve the president. So I'm preaching to the masses, a reverend. Cause I bless a track, and I'm heaven sent. And I stay 2 steps ahead like central intelligence. But I'm keeping the faith like Leo and the Reverend. Bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. While your flames blowing out. No doubt. Bright like a diamond.
Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, let me check the chat. In case you guys ask any questions, like, sometimes I'm not exactly paying attention because I get zoned out in terms of drawing. I'm pretty sure other people can relate. But if you're just tuning in just now, we are drawing Alf from the 80s TV show. In case you don't follow us on Instagram, pretty much the poll this week was either 80s TV show or 90s movie. So 80s TV show ended up winning out, and we were drawing Alf tonight. Kind of happy where the drawing's going so far, so I'm gonna pull off the tape and we're gonna get to inking this bad boy. So hope you guys are doing awesome. We are an hour and 16 minutes into the stream. I'm gathering that this might take me 2 hours total, so another hour maybe an hour and 30 minutes. Normally our streams go for 3 hours just because I don't know about you, but it's like I just get lost in drawing and it's very relaxing. I hope you guys are actually trying not to rip the paper right here. I hope you guys are catching up on something that you needed to. Oh no, I'm ripping the paper. Yep, see, paper rip. I'll fix that after. But for the most part, I hope you guys are getting things done. In case you're just tuning in, we are a portrait artist. I mainly do portraits of different people. It could be fandoms, it could be self-portraits of people. For the most part, it's definitely fandoms. I lean more towards like the horror side of things. I really love creatures. I'm never using this tape again though. I don't normally use this one, and last time it worked out well, but this time it just seems like it doesn't want to cooperate. Regardless. Once I get this tape off, so to speak, I'll probably clean up the edges a little bit with some sandpaper. I don't know if people know that trick. Sometimes, like, when you get little edges like that, you can actually take a piece of sandpaper and rub it in a circular motion and then hit it with an eraser, and it's kind of like it was never there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of trial and error, so to speak. I should be more patient with this tape, though. Sometimes I have no patience and I just want to go, ah! It's kind of the same way with like ink. I don't know if anybody can relate that I just don't have the attention span, I guess, to wait for ink to dry. Can't talk. For me, I hate waiting for ink to dry. I don't know about you guys. It, to me, is probably the bane of my existence because it's also my downfall because I have a tendency to just basically not let it dry enough, and then I am smearing ink all over the place. I don't know if anybody can relate. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you can totally relate to like screwing up an art piece because you were impatient. Anyway, loving how this turned out so far. I'm going to get to inking this guy. I'm gonna just start pulling out pens. So how are you guys doing tonight? I am doing pretty dang awesome. I'm having a good weekend so far, other than minor like head pain earlier today. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I hate it when the weather goes to like stormy weather, just because I feel the pressure. And okay, we got 2, 3. One of these I know doesn't work. I don't know if that ever happens to you guys, that you bust out a pen and it's on the verge of dying. This guy is on the verge of dying, I think, and I think this is the one that actually works. We should have done this before the live stream. Yeah, this guy works. Got a size 8. Yeah, in case we need that bad boy. And then I believe this is the carbon ink pen that I normally use. No, it is not. This is the one that's dead. I killed a fountain pen. Doesn't matter how many ink cartridges I actually put in this guy. It just doesn't seem to flow through the tip of it. And I'm not sure what is up. I've tried cleaning it. I've tried flushing it. it just don't want to work. So I think I'm just gonna call it a losing battle and purchase another one and hope and pray that it doesn't happen again. Granted, I'm pretty sure I should just sit there and invest in a pen that has different nib tips. But I don't know about you, but I find it really hard to find a nib tip that is very, very super extra fine. And I was super stoked with this one until it died. Anyway, so if you happen to know of a really great fountain pen of that nature that takes carbon ink, ditto, way busy, always fixing it so no one knows. I love the feeling I get drawing. Oh, hey, way busy. Cool. I just noticed your comments just now, so sorry. I forgot what I was talking about, really. I'm hoping it was what was related to what I was saying so far. Try to make a point of actually looking over there at the chat. But yeah, so I've been looking for just a better, I guess, fountain tip pen. But I like this particular one. I started messing with platinum carbon ink, I believe is what it's called, and I love how fast it dries. So that's probably something I'm going to be playing with for Inktober. I don't know if any of you guys do Inktober at all. Hey, way busy. I should have honestly prepped these pens before I actually started drawing. I don't know if this Posca pen. Are you guys a fan of Posca pens at all? I'm kind of curious. I just recently purchased this guy, and while I like it, the nib, the tip is really, really scratchy. I don't know if that's just me. But once it gets flowing, it gets flowing. I just don't like how scratchy it sounds when you go to put it to paper. Go figure, little stupid things like that. Probably gonna use this guy for the eyeballs. I really love, I don't know if you guys have ever tried the Montana acrylic pens. I love how opaque it actually makes the drawing and how much depth it gives it. In case you guys missed out on last week's live stream, I'll show you. So this is a sketch of Alf that we did, but let me see. Madonna. So I used that particular Montana pen with that, and I really like how it came out. And then I don't think I used it on the dude, no. I think I got it around this point in time. I think I hadn't even tried it yet with any of my other drawings, so to speak. But yeah, I really like how just dark it is. I just wish that I could find a thinner tip, which I probably will. Either when I go online, I don't know about you guys, but I hate buying things online. I don't know if you guys can relate, where it's I like going to the store and checking it out just to make sure it's something that I want to use. Granted, I pretty much lucked out with this guy, so I'm pretty sure if I get a thinner tip, I'll be completely cool with it. But we'll see when we go around to doing that. I don't know about you, but it seems like I don't know what to type into the search engine when it comes to purchasing art, and I don't know if anybody else can relate. And what I mean by art, I mean art supplies. Where you gotta go buy something and you've got to look at all the little fine minute details versus actually going into the store and actually buying said item, and it's not that big of a deal because you can actually see it, you can check it out, and sometimes in some cases, if it's the pen section, you can usually test out the pen before you purchase it. Now let me see if I can get this guy to work. That's another thing. I have the worst luck with the white gel pens, or just the white pens in general. Granted, the Montana pen, block pen, for some reason the gel pen glides on it like butter, which is interesting to me because any other paper I've used, it just kind of buckles and it just doesn't want to work. I've used the Sakura ones. I've used any white gel pen that exists. I've used it, but right now I'm using the Pilot, and so far, as long as I'm using certain pens and certain types of paper, it works awesome. I just wish I had something that was a little bit more versatile, and I think I'm probably going to look into different colors in the Montana acrylic pens just because I really, really like how they flow. Alrighty, so I'm gonna turn off the webcam right here, and we're just gonna get back to like inking and drawing. And if you're just tuning in, pull out that drawing that you want to get done. Pull out that thing that you've been putting off, that assignment, that homework, you know, that idea that you've been wanting to work on and you just haven't had a chance. Like just pull it out and just, you know, hey, follow the music, listen to the music, and hang out, or just watch us draw. The choice is totally yours. But I am totally here for like getting shit done. So if there's something that you're working on or that you're struggling in working on, definitely comment in the comments below and let me know, like, what is something that you're working on, whether it's an art piece, whether it's writing that script that you want to get out, or making that YouTube video finally, or actually, you know, hey, open up that Etsy shop that you always wanted to open up that you just haven't gotten around to. I'd really love to know what you guys are working on, regardless of what it is, whether it's art related or not. But we're gonna get back to inking. I'm gonna take a 2-minute, maybe 5-minute break just to basically put on social, you know, that hey, we're still live streaming. So we're at 1 hour and 26 minutes right now, so we're probably gonna go maybe for another 1 hour and 30. Usually go for 3 hours, and I'm imagining, I can't imagine this taking more than like 40 minutes, but you never know. Sometimes you get lost in the lines and in the drawing. I don't know if you guys can relate. So let me get to actually just, you know, hey, letting people know that we're still going live. And if you want to let your friends know, definitely feel free. And if you want to get something done, definitely pull out that thing that you just want to get done that you just haven't gotten done, regardless of what it is. So get that thing ready, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes, not even. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you've been watching so far, and you don't already know, we are a portrait artist that basically, I draw portraits of your favorite horror characters, anything from all the different fandoms, and your cartoon characters that you love. I'm just a really huge fan of drawing portraits. I also love cryptids, so if you're into cryptids, I'm going to be drawing that this upcoming Inktober, and sharing the ones that I did from last year as well. So let me get back to actually sharing with people that we are live still, and we'll be back in like, give me like 3 minutes.
dopo nopo bapa dippers. We live this, we don't even think. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. Trini, swag, sipping on a stag. Chillin' with the centerfold from the Scotch mag. She said she want that, I told her put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Go bonkers. Girls, close the doors. Up, down, get that on the floor. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. I'm just a fly guy, living such a fly guy lifestyle. Girls gone wild, looking right for the limelight. In the nightlight, all these girls looking real fine. Their eyes on me, got their heart beating double time. Ladies on the bar, more drinks on the way. Party like a rock star, cause that's the only way. We smoke, we drink, we live this, we don't even think. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. Fast life, rose, no ice, full speed, only one life. Go bonkers.
Alrighty, so we're back. If you're just tuning in, again, we are drawing Alf, in case the title wasn't obvious. We're going to be inking him here in a few seconds. Just wanted to come on in case anybody new joined us. Pretty much we are a portrait artist who I mostly post on YouTube. That's the main platform that I usually use. I also post on Instagram as well. Usually that's where the polls go. If you were reading the advertisement, just the ad that we go to, the little short break thing. But yeah, we post time lapses on YouTube. Usually have time lapses, conversations on music, if that's your thing, along with some creations, which involve some animations that I've created, or just really just bizarre creations that I just want to unleash out into the world. So if that's your thing, definitely check out my YouTube channel. It's at Inkeater. This is probably, if you're on Twitch, this is the only platform that I use, that girl Inkeater, because either A, I think I have the username Inkeater on Twitch and I just don't remember the password to that particular account, but regardless, so if you're looking to follow any of our social media because you really like this drawing, or you just like hanging out and talking, definitely feel free to follow me on different social media. So we're gonna get to actually inking. I'm actually pretty proud we stayed on the page, which in case you missed it, that's kind of why we use washi tape, just because I have this horrible habit, and I don't know if anybody else can relate, to basically just going off the page. And it's kind of a goal of mine, so to speak, and I don't know if other people can relate to the fact that as an artist, you end up, I don't know if you've ever gone to art school, you end up learning all these little habits, like, oh, you want to go off the page for continuity, and then when you decide, oh, well, I want to contain it all on the page, you have this horrible habit of just going off the page, which is my problem. Anyway, so we're going to get to inking this guy, which can go one of two ways, really, really good or really, really bad. So we're in it for the long haul, so if it goes bad, we'll just redraw it some other time and go from there. But I guess everybody is scared of actually putting the pen down onto the paper. But it's just, to me, it's just kind of like neither here nor there. It's just all about getting the idea out there. So we're gonna get to inking. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask in the chat. And like I said, pull out that thing that you want to get done, whether it's a drawing, whether you want to sketch, whether you want to get that idea out on paper. Just, you know, get that thing done that you've been putting off. That's kind of what this live stream is all about. And feel free to actually share what it is that you're currently working on. Even if it's not art related, I really like hearing what other people are working on at the end of the day. So I'm gonna start with this thinner pointed pen and then kind of work it up from there. So I'm gonna switch this camera off and we're gonna get to like actually listening to some tunes and zoning out and drawing. Alrighty, so let's get to that.
myself more on albums. So while I sat here trying to figure out what to do after they said, please turn off your phone to airplane mode, I opened my iMachine app and played with the only packages that were downloaded. Now, since I'm old enough to have disposable income and stuff, I upgraded from an iPhone X to an XS Max for no reason, and now none of the packages I bought were on my phone. So I hit play on this pre-made package and decided to write a couple of lines, which turned into a couple of verses. And who knows, this could have been 3 verses if the caption didn't just come on and say, we've reached 10,000 feet. You are now approved for devices such as laptops and small computers. So now I'm gonna get on my laptop and watch TV. Moral of this story, don't worry about what other people think so much. Don't wait until you get old to realize it, because you lose a lot of joy in life. You only get one life, so cherish it. If you want to put on a 60-second speech at the end of your album, then do it. If you want to do a hilarious beatbox skit at the end of your song, just do it. Music's how we speak with our souls, and if you're not saying something you believe in, then what's the point of saying anything at all? First comes age, then wisdom, got it. Second, third, profit. Take a look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm loving you. First comes age, then wisdom, got it. Second, third, profit. Take a look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm loving you.
You seem to be the only one worthy of a final test. Remove as many of the bells as you can. One sound and you failed. Go.
Now the way I be rocker, don't think you got ready. I hog the beat like bebop, bring it hard. Rock steady, underneath the sewers in a New York City. Form a street team with the Blue Committee. Ain't blue, but they green and mean. Ninjas and turtles and pizza machines. Leonardo Warrior honor, there ain't no cheap shots. Keep looking, this dude, he got no weak spots. Shortstop, play it all, leaving the catcher. 1 through third base, he a boss, Dylan Hatcher. Dylan my homie, and he'll keep you on guard. I'll spit some shards like Splinter while I'm splitting these nerdy bars. When I get in story mode, you know I'm kinda mellow, but I keep it nerdcore, cause I'm a genius Donatello. You listen to One Up, and you said he's just a stupid lame. Didn't understand, cause you're a crank, just a stupid brain. The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting scene. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines will have you sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trip pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Oh, you want that old chorus? Guess what? Feelings don't care what you want. The Stockman so fly, they called him Gold Bloom. Right King, so now see they should get a room. The season of wing nut, you gotta screw loose. Aliens are the norm in this batch of turtle soup. You got DMX for that older Gen X. Eastman too, the Bay Bear art could've stayed. Bebop and rock ain't sure which shell to crack. Just pick the one that makes sense, Leo, lead the pack.
Now, yo, cracking so many jokes, I call them funny, but did so much good, I call them J.R. Honeycutt. Ralphie always wanna fight, and Michelangelo, he plays so much, I call that dude DFW Nerd Night. And the good news, well, I have April reported. I destroy these food, they grunts, I hope you guys recorded. Hide behind a mask of dreams, you can't face me, they can tell I don't really give a hockey butt, Casey. In the first verse, I hit you with the pizza rhyme, slip into the past, slippery sloping like I'm spitting slime. Ninja Turtles in time, I'm gonna shell shock this line so hard that it'll silence then mine. Crescendo, megaphone, fine tunes, yellow bone, sewer surfing myself right up to the technodrome. Started from the sewers, now the whole team stepping here, shredded, destroyed, never reappear. The world ain't what it seems, you ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines will have you sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trip pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Kick a cowabunga with the cowboy break. I got my dude shredder looking like an MF Vega. But don't hate, cause I'm sagging on that ass. Bound raw move set for the turtle killer smash. Up, down, down, left, right, Konami code 7 lines into the dark turtle night. You got your technical stories, nothing as nice as that red-headed shorty. So suited with connection to the boys. They got some toys, show vans, show razor. They riding in the criminal flavor. They think they got it bad, they got Triceratops in. Busy destroying worlds, teleports in New York City. Brain flying in, he wants to steal the show. Got Irma scared Splitter doing rat time kung fu. Multicolor foots holding up the track. The populace freaking out, kid drag breaking habits.
Don't need ooze to give him a bruise when the science artists are ass kicking. Don't get included in my muse. Play it cool, have a temper that's worse than Raphael. They say I should keep it inside, but what the shell? That's why my name ring bells like Floridor Naka. Take it back, ring bells like Hector Salamanca. Breaking Bad, born to be the city's heroes. More cutting edge than what's wielded by Leo. Bite styles like mouses, got nothing in stock, man. Think the backs to the fly, get the swatter fam. We'll take them lightly, but that's an easy win to me. Tussle said it best, never lower your eyes to enemies. Keep them hush like secrets at TGRI. Closest thing to perfect, 9.95. Splinter told me if I touch beats, treat it like pizza and eat it. Super shred the mic, so good.
The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trick pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? And it go like, hey. It still feels good. All these years later, it got me screaming like, life is gorgeous and you add to the scenery, but I'm not sure of what you mean to me. I ain't known of you for some time, but it don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine, so I gotta know, yeah, I gotta know. Are you looking for a DD on the honor roll with a lot of dough that's always down to go? Or do you just want someone with common goals? Are you looking for one man or one night? Someone who stays or leaves before the sunlight? This ain't a courtroom, no judgment from me, but the jury's out. I need a testimony. Have you been with a rapper before? If I came to your city, would you see me on tour? Said I had a metaphor, but I think I'm at a 10, so there's something I gotta ask before the night ends. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. Are you high on life, or are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Feeling good, or down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? Don't think long, these are simple questions like, simple questions like, simple questions like, simple questions. I just really wanna love you, and I just want you here with me tonight. Are you high on life, or are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything for a reason. Everything for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
And now, a poem by Hans Mollman. I think that I shall never see. My cataracts are blinding me.
Moment, Hans Mollman, can't keep Hans Mollman down. Moment, Hans Mollman, can't keep Hans Mollman down. Moment, Hans Mollman, can't keep Hans Mollman down. Moment, Hans Mollman, can't keep Hans Mollman down.
Hans Mollman is his name, aka Ralph Mellis. She's a stone cold player, Artie Ziff was mad jealous when he dated Summer first, plus he's only 31. Drinking ruined his life, is such a sad story, son. Got a knife in his cane and a fire in his loins. The 80 movie star who took a football to the groin. Burns thought he was a leprechaun, drilled him in the head. Slept with Lars Ulbricht's grandmother, then chilled with her in bed. He's more metal than Metallica, though that's not so hard. Homer drove him off the cliff, so impatient in his car. He was hauling Poe's house, just another day for Hans. But he's back on his feet, cause he's the mother flipping man. You know there's no escape from the fortress of the moles. He's been burnt, run over, buried, but he's still on a roll. He's been radiated, detonated, heartbroken twice. The Lazarus of Springfield always coming back to life. His name is Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down. He's the bad luck Brian up on 20 Oak Grove. Hipster glasses so thick and brown. Mollman, Hans Mollman. You can't keep Hans Mollman down. Cause he's trying out for Poochie while he's waiting on his kidney. He's the his new shirt. He wasn't yelling boo, he was yelling blue urns. Attacked by Roomba robots gone anthropomorphic. He's part Droopy the dog and part Kenny McCormick. He was riding on his Harley on the cover of his bio. Crashed into Planet Hype, yeah, he's been up there for a while. He was texting Homer, hit him, well, surprise, he survived. He's twice as cool as Milhouse, though he can't really drive. Have you ever felt crushed by the weight of the planet? If you have, let me tell you that Hans Moleman understands it. You've gotta get up, you've gotta put on your tie, lace up your orthopedic shoes and look up at the sky and say, hey, solar rays, today you won't burn me up. Keep that Moleman PMA, you can break out of that rut. Cause when you're stuck in the snow, when you're starting to turn purple, just remember Hans Moleman when the wolves start to circle. Moleman, Hans Moleman, you can't keep Hans Moleman down. Cause he's like cowabunga dudes with a skateboard in his hand, hipster glasses so thick and round. Moleman, Hans Moleman, you can't keep Hans Moleman down. Even in his iron lung, well, he's still dependable. He's the talk of the whole darn town. This player was the mayor over 30 years ago. Brought an anthem to the people, he told everyone he wrote. Then one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go. This player was the mayor over 30 years ago. Brought an anthem to the people, he told everyone he wrote. Then one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go. This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to use the Force for good, of course. Our Skywalker, that's my time. Here we go. If I were a Jedi, I could out-rap Buster Rhymes. Going in like Qui-Gon Jinn for the win, I could flow in quadruple time. And at the Canadian border, every time I went on tour, I'd be like, this is not the undeclared MC Lars merch that you're looking for. I could levitate like Yoda, I'd eradicate Ebola. I could pick up girls, literally, even master the viola. I could read all of War and Peace in 10 minutes, entirely in Russian just to say that I did it. I could even catch a golden snitch playing Quidditch.
Wait, wrong movie, innit?
Pod racing up the 101, surpassing Golden Gate traffic. R2 on the roof of my Prius, dude. I could FaceTime holographic. I'd play for the A's and we'd win every game. Resurrect Mac Dre, do it all for the Bay. They'd all say, hey, Lars is Neato, and always let me cut the line at El Farolito. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some Jedi rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. I fought the Sith, and it went this way.
If I were a Jedi, bet I'd get all the ladies. I would mac it more than Dumbledore or Leto Atreides. If you try to strike me down, I'll just be more powerful. If I were a Jedi, that would be hella awesome. Singing do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. If you don't believe it, you will fail every time. It's a trap. It's a
up till I be going beast mode. Like if Global Guts was around for grown-ups, and the bonus prize is getting in shape, showing up. Steady on my grind till I send my name, cause I can only move forward like a ninja game. We going in, so don't you miss this. I'm running through this training like Ultra Instinct. For all might, I take flight, going plus ultra, no stops here, no brake lights. A Shenlong swelling up like a snake bite, gaining mass like a new fish man, the great white. From city to city, stepping into a new challenge. All the ninjas that I meet are supporting with no malice. All sweat, no tears. We get cut, yeah, no cheers. Some on my mind over matter. A machine clank clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you're relevant your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go ninja, go, 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 go. You never know where you go. What obstacle is waiting on you, so you gotta stay super like pseudo. We go hard, no, I can't skip. Keep it going all day until my hands rip. And if I lose, I don't panic. I just up the weights like a space trip dynamic. It's organic the way it happened, the exact same way that I started rapping. Was just fun, but we still laughing. And the journey's even better than what I imagined. It's all joy, no hassle. I keep going back like Mario to Bowser's Castle. Cause at the end, I'm still nerdcore. Is that phrase even a term you heard? Or nah, bring it back. Is this a ninja rap? Put your hands in the air where my real ninjas at. Yeah, some on my mind over matter. A machine clank clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you're relevant your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go, 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 go.
Even though the art of the ninja is far more sophisticated than just martial arts, students start with simple climbing techniques and handling standard weapons. The ninja also developed ninjutsu, the art of the ninja.
Some on my mind over matter. A machine clank clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you elevate your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go ninja, go, 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 go. Ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap.
Hey guys, so if you've been following this far, we've been drawing Alf from TV show Alf. If you guys remember the 80s TV show, I think I'm pretty much, give or take, probably done. Might add a little bit more shading. I don't know about you, but sometimes you want to take a step back away from something and actually look at it before you add more shading to it. I might add a little bit more shading around the ears, but if you like this drawing and you enjoyed hanging out with this time for this time lapse, real life time lapse, definitely follow me on Twitch, whatever platform you are watching me on. I will say definitely subscribe to me on YouTube at Ink Eater. If you like these kind of doodles and you like drawings coming to life. If you missed me this past month, I was doing zombie-fied portraits where I was taking celebrities and historical figures and turning them into zombies. This was a series that I had started last year, and I just never got around to actually uploading those videos. So if you really enjoy time lapses, portraits of either horror characters or really popular figures in different fandoms, definitely check out my YouTube channel and my Instagram. And like I said, if you're just joining in, I do post a poll every Thursday, so you guys get to decide ultimately who we end up drawing next, in case you weren't aware of that. So this guy, Alf, was actually this week's poll. The poll being between 80s TV show and 90s movie, and you guys ended up choosing 80s TV show. So if you'd like to participate in future polls, definitely add me on Instagram if you don't do anything else. And that's just so that you can participate in the polls and actually win a button. So anybody who actually guessed that I was drawing Alf this live stream, definitely hit me up on Instagram and give me your address. I have an idea of already who won, and there's at least 2 of you guys. And I'm kind of like, man, you guys are all up in my head and you guys know what I'm drawing. Or you guys are just really good guessers, and there's not that many 80s TV shows out there. Anyway, like I said, if you like this drawing, definitely follow us. And we usually live stream every Saturday at 11 p.m. and we usually kind of go till like about 2:33 in the morning. Tonight we only streamed for about 2 hours and 18 minutes, and that's just because Alf was really easy to draw, and I'm a little bit hesitant to add any more depth to it because it might all get lost and muddy. But I do know that I definitely want to add more shading around the ear, but I'm gonna hold off right now just to kind of get a look at. So she says, as she keeps aching, right? Let me check to see if anybody's asked anything in the chat. Nope. Anyway, like I said, if you like this, definitely subscribe to us. If you like conversations in general, I usually post a lot of things to my YouTube channel, mainly time lapses right now, just because I'm gearing up to Inktober and I'm trying to release all the drawings that I hadn't previously. So if you do like Latin American cryptids, or you just like cryptids like Bigfoot, the Wendigo, we're going to be exploring the world of Latin America and cryptids from that particular area. So if you're into that, definitely follow me on YouTube. We're going to start that, I believe, on September 1st, and we're going to go all the way through, I believe, September 28th, because last year I did post 2 out of those 30. And then going into October, we're going to be doing cryptids worldwide. So we're going to be doing a range of cryptids from all over the world. And feel free to make any suggestions if there's a cryptid that you like. Definitely hit me up on any of my social media, and maybe I can add it to the list. I definitely know that I'm missing at least 1 or 2 slots, so if you happen to know any cryptids out there and you would love to have them included, definitely leave a comment. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in this live stream, and I hope you guys got something done. And if you did, let me know down in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram and let me know, like, hey, I was working on XYZ thing, and just so you know, we can kind of keep each other in check and check up on each other and how each other's doing. I'm definitely going to finish this guy, scan him, turn him into buttons, because there's at least 2 winners for this dude. And if you're curious, a lot of the portraits that I actually create, that you see down below, you can actually purchase them in my Etsy shop if that's your thing. And I usually have them in the form of tiny buttons. I like to consider them like little tiny portraits, and they're not big, but they're something that you can actually, you know, put on your clothes, put them on your key ring, whatever your jam is. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you out there, and I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday night into Sunday, if it's already Sunday. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go now, I think, but I'm probably gonna twerk. I'm a little bit delirious. I've been streaming a little bit too long. I'm definitely gonna tweak this a little bit, add a little bit more depth, and then kind of go from there. Anyway, thanks you guys for tuning in, subscribing, joining the fun and the shenanigans. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Anyway, have a great night.